So thoughts, words, and actions, right? There's like a principle in fitness. It's called the SAID principle, which stands for specific adaptation to impose demand, right? Which basically means you get what you train for, right? And if you were to put that same principle with wealth creation, right, is you get what you train for, right? If you're not thinking or talking or taking actions towards gaining wealth, then you're not going to gain wealth. If you're thinking about wealth, right, talking about hard times, and going to work for someone else, you're not having your thoughts, words, and actions in alignment, right? And there's nothing wrong with having a regular job. I want to put that to bed, right? Put that to rest. Like having a job is a stepping stone to getting what it is that you ultimately want. Like when I started my journey, I was working full time. I started a car dealership with one of my best friends. I started like investing in real estate with one of my other friends. But although those ventures weren't successful, I learned so much from it, right? And that has propelled me to making several key decisions at the right time because I was preparing myself unknowingly, right? Especially when we bought this house, right? I was like, yo, what are the comps? Like my wife was looking at me, was like, what do you mean? What does that comps mean? Like me and the real estate agent were talking a language that, you know, she didn't understand because I wanted to know that if I'm buying a house, am I buying it at the right value? And when they told me that the comps were this and this is what they're listing it for, I'm like, what? We're getting a steal. And fast forward 2 years later, with this house value double, like, yes, we were getting a steal, right? Equity. We were just building equity. And that just goes back to like thinking and doing, like right where you are right now. Just because it's not working doesn't mean it's not working on you. I had a video yesterday where I'm talking about like what personal training has done for me. And just because you're not getting the clients that you want, or you're not getting the the fitness lifestyle that you want, doesn't mean that what you're doing is not working on you, right? Some people get into fitness following the latest trends, looking at the industry like, oh man, this is like full of hot people just working out all day looking sexy. But then they get into the fitness industry and they're working with like overweight population, they're working with the general population, and it's not as sexy and glamorous as, you know, Instagram or marketers make it out to be, right? They get hit with a dose of reality. But with everything that I've learned, working with different populations, different ethnicities, different social and economic statuses, I've just like soaked it all in. Different belief systems, right? All of that was just working on me over time, and then just continuing to work on myself. Like, what are my belief systems? Is my thoughts, words, and actions all in alignment? Constantly setting goals and checking in on myself, right? Like, for instance, when we first moved here and we're like remodeling the house and making it the way that we want, I was just still just focused on just going, getting after it, building wealth. And then I stopped for a minute, smelled the roses, and I'm just like, yo, this is everything that you wanted. This is like the goals that you written down. But the problem is that these were goals that I set several years ago. It finally got realized, and I'm projecting to future goals, right? So by me just blasting through it, I'm like, shit, if I would have stopped, which I did, smell the roses, I'm like, man, so now I know I have to slow myself down from time to time and check in on myself, check in on my beliefs, and make sure that my thoughts, words, and actions are still in alignment, right? So I keep my goals on my boards here, keep them on my my pad here, and several different books that Like these are all books that I've like written so much in, right? So much in. And ultimately create my own library, right? So check in on your mindset. Like, what are your beliefs? Is your life in alignment with your dreams? Is your thoughts, words, and actions all in alignment? Because you can easily think one thing, say something else, and do something else, and then wonder why you don't have the results that you want, right? So if you're thinking one thing, use the words to describe it in your communication. Then act on the words that you just said. That's basically keeping everything in alignment, right? You're thinking you're thinking in a certain way, you're communicating what you thought, and then you're acting on what you are thinking and saying, right? So it just keeps on going, and every once in a while, as you set goals, as you achieve those goals, sit back, analyze, go back to your notes, and like, yo, is everything in alignment? Yes, check. Let's flip that page and set forth on a new adventure, right? So again, at the end of the day, if things aren't going the way that you want, check your belief systems, check your mindset, check your goals, and then, because it all have to manifest. That's literally how life was designed, right? You imagine it, you communicate it, you implement it, and then you manifest, right? It appears from the invisible realm, right? It appears from formless substance, and that formless substance delivers it to you in the form of whatever it is that you were thinking about or imagining. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, thoughts, concerns, hit me down in the comments, slide in my DMs, hit me on the email, purchase my ebooks. I have plenty of free resources that'll get you started, starting with the Science of Getting Rich, which is rich with information. And if you truly believe in science, if you wholeheartedly believe in science and you think, science is going to get you your results or a clear understanding of your path, the Science of Getting Rich has summarized it perfectly, right? Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Don't forget to drink water, get money, mind your business. Peace.